Hi Rashmi, how are you?
Hello, sir. Good morning. I'm good.
Good morning, Rashmi. Good morning. Great. I believe we are meeting for the first time.
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah. We are meeting for the first time.
Sure. Okay. I know it may be a repeated, boring question to ask, or to answer every time you meet someone new. But why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
Yeah, my name is Rashmi Singh and I hail from UP near Varanasi. And I am a teacher. I'm mother to two kids and I'm running a YouTube channel
Wonderful.
on English learning.
Perfect. And so the purpose of your English improvement is to aid your YouTube channel, or a YouTube channel is an addition to your learning.
Initially, when I started my YouTube channel, there was nothing like that in my mind. I have to join this English study. But when I went for the conversation sessions, then I found myself stuck some points, and then I found why not to improve more and where is my problem? If there would be any mentor who can clearly mention my mistakes, maybe I improve and I would.
On a regular basis. There's a construction happening right outside my home. There may be some
Okay.
noises. If it is bearable, we'll continue. If it's not, then maybe I'll do some arrangement. Maybe I'll shut the balcony door or something. Do let me know if it's too much of a botheration. All right?
Okay, so right now there is not
All right.
that noisy.
No problem. Okay, good. All right. Today, the topic of discussion, as I can see from the document, is introducing loved ones.
Mm,
Although it talks more about family, but we can extend the boundary from not just family to other people as well. We
mm,
may be very good friends, or maybe someone we are romantically involved with,
mm.
maybe a neighbor who has been very well to us, very helpful to us. There's a long list of people who we can consider to be people we actually love, or
Yes.
we have a sense of affection for them. Why don't we start with all the people that you would like to introduce, who they are, how are they connected with you, and why are they your loved ones? One after the other, take me through that journey of all these people in your life.
Okay, okay, sure. I try. So it's like my family. I will start with my family, like my husband, my two kids, and then my in-laws, mother-in-law and father-in-law, my brother-in-law, and two kids. This is my family,
Uh, uh,
and
there's a difference in the way we want to present. We are not making a list of people. We are
mm,
introducing each individual at a time and then talking or going deep into why that person is important in our life. Why do we share a bond of affection with that person? It's not about a list of people, it's about talking about
mm,
one, going deep into the reasons, the bonding, the connection with that individual, and then moving on to the next person.
okay. So definitely, the first one is my father. I really share a deep connection with my father, and he's the one when I'm in any situation like there is any challenges when I feel I always look at him, and he's always a source of motivation. He always there for me to give or share a lot of love with me, and so I found quite safe in his ambience, as well as my mother. Definitely, she's a home for me, and she's always like when she's around me. Just I have a very good sleep at that time. I just overcame my all the worries because of my mother. I would say everything I shared with my mother, and definitely my sister, and then my husband. My
You
husband is
used look at him when you were introducing your father. You
yeah.
used a phrasal verb look at him. What does it mean? Look at him.
Look at him like किसी को देखना when we see somebody. We intentionally want to.
What does it mean when you say? In the context, what does it mean? So you're talking about
Okay,
your relationship with your father, and suddenly you say, "I look at him." It
I
doesn't
look at. Okay.
doesn't make
Uh,
sense.
I wanted to say when I stuck anywhere in my life, he's always inspire me and he always motivate me to come out of
Okay.
any obstacles in my life. So I always
Look
look
up
at him.
to him. Look
Up
up
to him.
to him.
Okay, right. I was actually looking for that word, but
Hmm.
it was not coming in my mind. So I always look up to him. Okay. My husband is I would say he's my soul partner, and
Sure.
he's always there for, in every situation in my life. I can share anything with him. And then my two kids who are just my priceless for me and everything for me. And my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they are always with me. They always supported me in my career to go ahead in my life. Because of them only, I'm continuing my job and
Hmm.
I'm making balance between my family and professional life. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law is like not I share a deep connection and bonding with them, but it's not like we are not together because they have different job and they are at different city. But yes, when there is any festival or anything like any family gatherings, we always try to meet each other and convey our love to each other. So I would like to mention my teacher's name here. Like I consider them as my family because only because of my teacher, SP Singh sir, Lalita madam, this is Sukla sir. I am here today.
All
They
right.
give me the reason to go ahead.
Whenever we are talking about our loved ones, or especially people we admire in our life, people, human beings, it is
Hmm.
important to also talk with the relevant vocabulary. For example,
Hmm.
they are beautiful people, wonderful. I feel loved in their presence. The affection we share, the bonding. Like, look at these words. Words that are relevant for relationships, good relationships. Yeah? So, whenever we are speaking on any topic,
Okay.
the related vocabulary must be used. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, you will never make enough impact in your speaking. That impact comes only when we are putting the right words in place. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, they have a lot of care for me, caring,
Hmm.
lovely, admirable. Look at these words which are regarding humans or with bonding with humans. So you make sure
Hmm.
the relevant
Okay.
vocabulary is also used.
Okay.
Gratitude, these words.
Hmm.
All right. But life is not just roses. Along with roses will come a lot of thorns. Some people who you believe have left a bad impression on your mind, just hurt you. Would you like to talk a little bit about that part of life if you're comfortable at all?
Yeah, I can share. So I would share you one incident. It's a very recent incident actually, and I don't mention the name, but yes, this is one of you can consider him as a boss, and there is some bitterness for some time in my heart for him because at some points, at some meetings, he deliberately mentioned and not even knowing about my family conditions. And I took some leaves, extra leaves, but it was under the rules, raw laws. But she deliberately put my name. She is on leave so much, and she is not doing the expected work for the institute, but it was not true. Everybody knows about that. It was a bitterness for some time, but now I'm fine. Now I'm fine. So there are some people in life comes and, but I'm a person who do not keep these things for a long time. There are some colleagues as well, but no, I'm okay with everybody. It's like
Yeah.
2 or 3 days, I just get little disturbed, and I think, what is the use of these things? Why to waste time in these things? Maybe it is their point of view. Let them think, and I do my work.
Right. One of the things that really matters is that gratitude we have for the people we love and lessons we learn from people
Hmm.
who had a bad experience.
Yeah, yeah.
You could tell me about the gratitude part as well as the lesson part. Like the gratefulness? Share a little more about your gratefulness towards your loved ones and the lessons you have learned from the people who gave you a bad taste.
So I really appreciate my gratitude for my father and mother because they are always there for me in every situation in my life. And because of them only, I know my importance, my value because of their affection, love, and kindness. And it matters a lot for me. And I'm really grateful and gratitude. I show my gratitude to God as well, my teachers, my husband, who always supported me. So I'm always thankful for them. And the lessons what I got from the people who have given me a tough time, not to think too much about these things. And sometimes it would be a bad feedback if you are feeling for some time. It would be a bad feedback, but maybe there is some positive things which I can take as a lesson and I can improve on those areas. And sometimes it's like, yeah, some people have very bad intentions, so I avoid their ambience.
Sure. Okay. Interesting. All right. What is the importance of having a role model in life? Because
Yeah,
role model
very
is
important.
also a person who we admire, who we love, whom
Yes.
we love, right?
So,
Why don't you tell me the importance of a role model?
mind is much beautiful for me, and so I would look for them, look up to them. But
Mind is
the
more
real,
beautiful, not much
uh,
beautiful. Their mind
okay,
is more.
more beautiful. So, but my real role model is my father. Always I look up to him.
And why do you see, when you say that I love my father or I admire that he has done so much for me, I'm grateful, that I understand. But why do you look up to him? What is that he has in his personality that makes him an icon or a model in?
Yeah, he's a real hero for me, actually. Since my childhood, I have seen there are so many struggles he has faced, and I'm not expecting, I haven't seen a person who is so strong and strong-minded, what to say, like, Dृढ़ विश्वास with full confidence.
Okay.
Even there is,
You mean to say strong-willed?
so strong-willed he is. And if there is so much, you can say, losses in his life, he has seen so much losses, but he always emerges out of these things. He always rises out of these things.
Failure.
All the failures he has seen. But yes, I will say he's definitely a hero for me.
Hmm.
And why not to? He has always great faith in him. He can overcome all the obstacles in his life.
Right.
So this is quite inspiring for me.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Interesting. And do you believe that there is anything that you have learned from him as a life mantra?
Yeah, one thing I have learned, but even today, I'm not that strong-willed person who can follow 100%, but I would say yes, 80% I follow him. He's so much disciplined. He has a discipline like military person. He wakes up till 4:30 or 4 a.m. in the morning,
By
and till
4 a.m., not till
by
4
by okay
by
in the morning, and then he go to bed till 10 or 9:30 p.m. in the night.
not till
Okay,
by.
by yeah, yeah, by 9:30 p.m. This is what, and he's so particular about his yogas and his exercises, and everything is finished till 6 o'clock. And then he's free to do everything in his whatever his daily work he has decided to complete in that daytime.
Interesting.
So
Right. So many things we learn from our loved ones. But do you think that you are also the loved one of others? Like maybe
yeah,
your husband or your children or your parents, they also love you back. Like it's not that you only have loved ones, you are also
yes,
loved one to others. So, as that person who is being loved by others, how do you think about yourself? Like, how do you contribute? How do you give back? How do you return the favor of love?
for me, I would say it's like this. Love is and affection is always vice versa. It's a totally give and take business. And for me, there is always gratitude. I'm always grateful and thankful to the people who loved me.
Hmm.
And I always there for them whenever they need me, whenever they
I'm
want
always there.
my attention.
Not I am always there.
I'm always there whenever they need me and my help. Anything what needed by my loved ones.
Hmm.
I always try to serve them back.
Fair
Even
enough.
I love my students because I'm a teacher, so I love my students so much. I know they love me also so much,
Hmm.
but I really love to give back to community. So I do my job with full heart and full dedication. This
Okay.
is one thing I always love to do.
And you're a teacher to what level of students? Like what age
Like
group?
college students, they are like more than 18 years,
Okay. And what do you teach, by the way?
biology.
Zoology. Okay. All
Mm.
right. Interesting. As a teacher, it definitely is a tiring job, is a difficult job, but it's also rewarding if you have a good connection with your learners, with your
Yeah,
students.
right. Right.
If you have created a good bonding, it's very rewarding, right? To learn,
Mm.
it's very rewarding. All right, Rashmi. Good discussion. Minor grammatical errors here and there. Sometimes I think you are aware of the problem, but while speaking, you miss the shot, right? You overshoot the runway sometimes, right?
So how to overcome that? I just wanted to ask you.
Yes. One is that you have to always check your recordings of how you're doing. See, we are trying to be aware while speaking, which is kind of a difficult task, right? While speaking, there is anxiety. While speaking, there is fear. But
Hmm.
we can reduce that. I mean, we cannot reduce it on the spot because you're experiencing a bit of a fear or whatever. Gradually go away. But how we can speed up the process by going back and checking our recordings. Then
Okay.
we can see, you have to be very attentive in checking your recording, because that will show you, अरे यहाँ पे ऐसा मैंने क्यों बोला, ये तो मुझे पता था
Mm.
कि गलती है.
It happens to me many times. I knew things, but it's like
So whatever
up to
you
him.
see,
I knew that, but I just forgot at that time.
so whatever you see as mistakes, write them down. Watch it, write them down, and just remind yourself that this is something I need not repeat. I mean, I'm aware of it. I'm good at it already. I don't have to fall into the repeated trap of making that mistake. Right? Creating that awareness is important. Gradually, it will go. We'll do some assignments now in sentence formation. Make a sentence using the word.
Requirement. So in zoology laboratory, there is always requirement of some lab instruments.
Next one. Make a sentence using.
Condition. So the weather condition is nowadays in northern India is more humid than the other seasons.
All right. Okay. Improvement.
I'm seeing an improvement in my speaking skills nowadays.
I am seeing an improvement in my speaking skills nowadays. Take it. Okay. Good.
Destruction. So in Delhi nowadays, there are so much destructions are going on, like old huts are destructed nowadays.
I didn't hear you well. Say that again.
And nowadays, there are so much destructions of old houses are going on in Delhi.
Okay. Okay. Destruction of old houses. Okay. It can be framed in a better manner, right?
Yeah, it can
Now,
be framed.
old
Right.
houses are being destroyed, although my word was destruction, not destroyed. But in that sentence, it is
Okay.
more appropriate to say the old
Okay.
houses are being destroyed to save from any accidents.
So mobile phones are creating more destruction in child's brain.
That
Children,
is distraction.
distraction is fine, but we can use distraction as well because
Okay.
sometimes the neural pathways are getting
To some
disrupted.
extent, it's okay, but destruction in the child's mind is a little too strong a word
More
for the context. Is way stronger than it is required. It can be
okay.
used, but it's not very appropriate. All right. Anything from your side, Rashmi?
Thank you so much. I would say it's a wonderful class for me.
Wonderful.
And as well as you didn't have any open sessions. Last week I have checked your sessions, but today, luckily, I found this one and then immediately I booked your session. So thank
Most
you so much for this class. This was a wonderful class